Rules and updates. So
Oh.
let's start. Let's start the show. Episode 50, half century. Well, let's start with the news. Start the news ticker.
I don't have that.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Is it?
I got a few things. I did an unboxing of HASL
Oh, right.
Scenario Pack 1.
Yeah.
Posted it Wednesday. One of the things I noticed after I did the unboxing is the title. Does that sound familiar? The World at War?
Oh, right. Yeah. It's kind of hard to read backwards, but yeah.
Oh, sorry. Action
That's
Pack
all right.
22 that just came out is named the
Yeah. War
the
to War.
same
Yep.
thing. I don't know if they
Plagiarism. MMP plagiarism.
if they didn't know or forgot or don't care.
Hasmo billions of royalties.
I don't know. Yeah, did an unboxing, 10 scenarios with some notes in it. Pretty small pack. Hasmo number 1. Okay. What else do I got? Oh, the Rochelinval. I received some information from Jean-Marc. Let me share my main screen. He sent me information about actually what's in the Heroes of Rochelinval mini HASL mini module. It has one 23 by 32 HASL map for the summer. Same one for the winter. Excuse me. It'll have 10 scenarios as of now. This could change, obviously. 10 scenarios. 6 are played on the HASL maps. I think 5 are on the winter, and I think only 1 is on the summer right now. And 4 are played on the mini maps that we've seen pictures of, like the pocket scenario card design.
Yep.
On mini maps in the area around Rock'n'Ball. And there's an information map that shows where the scenarios take place. And they're thinking there's no campaign game for it right now at all. They're thinking of adding a campaign game depicting the events of January 6th through the 8th, 1945. So it'd be played on the winter map. But apparently nothing exists right now, and I think I speculated maybe in the last show or before that, adding a campaign game will probably push out the release way out. Mm-hmm. If they want to add a campaign game or two, I don't know. I'd be fine with just 10 scenarios. Maybe find a way to link them somehow. It's kind of a progression of the campaign as they start on the outskirts of Rock'n'Ball and get closer, maybe. Campaign game, that'd be all right if they left it out. Because that
would let me throw this by it. What would be because the map looks great. Everyone's just getting a Jones on the map. And
yeah, it looks fantastic
for good reason. For good reason, right?
Yeah.
What would be a big issue, like especially on the big map, if you had either a large scenario sort of or I wouldn't presume you would be able to buy a lot of units on that particular engagement, but put something together, maybe kind of pseudo play test it just to get it on the map. I mean, these people that have played campaigns, you kind of know what works and what doesn't really. I mean, I guess it's more than just using the terrain, but keep this in mind that for the purchasers of the device, or have some sort of like snippet or something like that, where essentially if people want, if that's a big limiting factor, put in a campaign game date or something like that, and then promise another 1 or 2 down the pipe, or if that one's not quite play tested, people will play it and kind of like I don't want to say to be play testing for them because they'll have to do a little bit, but
kind of like software games.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Just treat it as a video game.
Patch it later.
And then Yeah, and then like they'll patch it later, and then the MMP will send you a video PDF of the updates and of what might work. But I mean, you've got a lot of other campaign games that are just unbalanced. People still like playing them. So, look at Tarawa. I mean, I saw you guys playing this weekend. It's like, a lot of guys can't get on the damn beach before they just give up. And, you know, and those guys play tested that theoretically the whole way through. It's like, they got to take into account, some mental toughness there, some stuff
I
going on there, and which is real. Not everyone sits down the whole weekend like Kurt and Brian does and knock out 16 hours of freaking rock and ball.
I would well, the Tarwa thing is real because this is just a brutal campaign game.
Yeah, it's tough
Um,
stuff.
I wouldn't when you say you saw us playing, I wouldn't say we were playing. It was more like looking up rules than anything and trying to dig
Well,
down those holes. But um, regarding your question about rock and ball and
I mean,
camp,
would that be a big deal? Would that be a no sale? Because if they've got it now and they're going to release it now with no campaign game, right? What's the problem with them releasing it with a campaign game that's not quite chiseled? Which, to
I
be honest with you, if everything else was play tested and that's all shit, what's the problem? What are we talking about here?
my order of preference is at this stage in my life is release it first, release it as a without a campaign game, but find a way to link the scenarios into a campaign game somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yeah.
wait for a campaign game, but I don't want to I want it to be play tested and potentially
Yeah,
I don't want to do play testing for them,
I understand that, but
especially if I'm paying for it potentially being released late, the price. If a campaign game is baked into it and I'll get it later, a better version of it, I want it now. And
right,
I think most people probably won't play the campaign game anyway. They'll just
right.
most
What's
people.
like I
Some
said?
people will
What's
obviously, but
right?
campaign games aren't
So
a huge popular thing. I don't think. I don't
no,
think a lot of
so
people
so
play them.
right. So in that case, like I said, I mean, because if you buy it without the campaign game, what's the incentive for them to actually play test a spend months and months and months and months playtesting a campaign game where they won't make a dime off of it?
I
No
don't
one's
think.
going to want to pay more
I
for
don't
it.
think they
So,
will. My prediction
you
is they
know,
won't. They'll release it as is, as a group of scenarios played on a really cool map and some smaller maps, which
right.
I'm fine with. I'm okay with that.
I wonder how many of the scenarios use the entire map.
Well, let's
That's
see.
a good question.
Well, one more thing. So it hasn't been decided how it's going to be published. Whether I get it looks sounds like this is per John Mark. There's talk of putting it in the campaign Conf Group Piper reprint.
Right.
Right. That was original. Yeah.
There's talks of having it as a standalone pack, like an action pack. It would just be a map with some scenarios. And there's
Mm,
also talk of including it in a journal, which has had
mm.
some mini historicals in it. Never with two maps, but those are the three options at this point. Summer map will be used for the May 1940 and December 44 scenarios, and the winter map will be used for the January 45 scenarios. So here are some updated images he sent me, clear images of the maps for those who haven't checked that out on the website yet.
Oh, sorry.
I remember early, oh, maybe it's on the scenario cards. On the scenario cards, didn't the roofs have snow on them? It looked really cool. There were like snow patches on the roofs, but I don't see that on the historical map.
It might have been. It might have been. They could probably edit that. Oh, that's the opposite side. God damn, that looks so good.
This is
Oh my
the,
God.
I guess the summer
Is the
June 40.
Pinewoods? Is the Pinewoods?
And December. He said one of them, the December 44, won't be on this map. Maybe the
The
snow.
Pinewoods look good. I got to say that's probably a one of the best conversions. I can see the pine trees if those are indeed pine woods. I can envision the pine trees in my mind.
Yeah, I believe these are pine.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
those look good.
Yeah.
And then this is the map showing
Alright.
the different actions. So
Clopon.
Hmm.
Oh, nice.
here's
Tropon.
Rochelinval.
Clopon.
So here are the 6
Oh,
scenarios
wow. Okay.
that take
Yeah.
place there, and then one scenario here. These must
Yeah.
be the cards, the pocket though, the
Oh,
scenario
got you. Yeah, yeah,
with the
yeah.
little maps on them.
Yeah, those are
There it
sexy.
looks like there's 3 are RO 4, 5, and 10, and the rest are on a historical map, either the summer or winter one, I guess. How much of it's
I
used,
might
that I don't know. Oh wait,
I
there's
might
one off
oh,
the map
wow.
here. Off the map here. Another
Yeah.
pocket one. Yeah, there's 4
Is there
pocket
10?
ones.
Oh, there's 1,
Yeah,
2,
down
3.
here. So 4 off the main map, which is the pockets, and then 6 on the main maps.
Where's number 7?
Down here. It's off the map.
Oh, 7? Yeah,
It's
right. 8,
pointing
9,
down
and
here.
10. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
As the PIRs move towards Rock'n'Ball.
Wow, look, that's good.
So
That's nice.
that's an update on that.
Nice. Now, if they just print and ship Winter Offensive or next year? Well, I guess Winter Offensive is next year technically, but
I don't know. There's no
oh,
date.
unknown.
They,
Oh
yeah,
God, the unknown.
they don't know where. I don't know when it's going to come out. He just sent me images and what's currently in it and the plans of where it might be. He didn't say when. I have no idea when it's going to be.
You know, with their production costs going down, they could probably throw. I mean, that's a lot. They could probably because actually there won't be that many scenarios in the Camp Group Piper stuff. Throw in that shit. You know, it'll keep the price the same, what we expect it to be instead of lower. I don't think anybody cares about $20 lower for a module when if they're going to get Rocket Ball in it. I mean, Jesus, I wouldn't give a crap. So, and I'd buy KGP over again. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, it might
My
just to
opinion.
incentivize buying Comp Group Piper reprints because I have it. We all have it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I
All
mean,
the old
does it
schoolers. I'd buy
does
it
KG
again.
does KGP 1 have like 4 scenarios or something like that, or is that some other ganky campaign?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is people have gotten used to journals, the combined modules. You know, like Rising Sun has got like 65,000 scenarios in it. All the Abounding Fire production stuff, they've got 40 scenarios in every release. I mean, if you send something out with 4 scenarios, people are going to shit a living hill that Rock and Roll can be built upon again.
A living
You
hill.
know, a
Well,
living hill.
there's kind of a trade-off here. If you put it in the journal, it'll get more exposure because more people will buy it.
All
If
right.
you put it in Conf Group Piper, you'll probably improve your Conf Group Piper reprint sales a little bit, but I think fewer people would buy it than a journal,
Okay.
so it'll
Let
have
me throw
less
this by you.
exposure, maybe.
Let me throw this by you. How about both? Throw it in both. I mean, how many people are going to buy both versions of the fucking bridge, the Mario Kart bridge?
Oh, Marco Polo Bridge.
Yeah, Mario Kart bridge. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
how many
Well,
people? Literally, I mean, honestly, how many people? There's a
are
$35
you?
pop. Who cares?
Are you?
No, I'm going to buy a circuit one.
Are you,
No.
Scott? Are you going to buy both?
No,
No.
just the full ASL one.
I guess I'm the lone sicko in this group, but only because I'll do a video to compare the differences between them.
Which is really funny
Otherwise,
because you will buy both. Scott's going to buy the ASL, and I'm going to buy the SK. I mean, that's kind of funny. It's just kind of funny
yeah,
how it works out.
yeah.
So
If I want to play the SK one, I'll just borrow Stu's.
yeah, no big deal.
Yeah,
No
Stu,
big deal.
can you mail it to me?
Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
borrow it.
I'll actually I'll send it if you want. I could send it to your address, and you just ship pirate mail or pirate whatever down to me. So So, I mean, it's not like I'm going to be playing it next week. Hell, you could just keep it until I retire for 4 or 5 years. If you want, honestly, if you
Yeah.
want, I could do that.
Include it in both. That's an interesting idea. I don't see MMP ever doing that.
Their costs will go down because they'll produce more units.
Yes. They they wouldn't be double dipping on sales because, an action pack or a journal is completely independent from
Right.
Comp Group Piper,
Right.
right? People are going to
Right.
buy them one way or the
And if
other.
you buy both, you're just going to sell that map or have a second map people can be selling that to recoup some of the costs. I think it's a win-win.
I don't know.
Well, what you do is you include it in the KGP reprint, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And then you offer it standalone, but you like a year later.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh,
Don't release them at the same
yeah.
time.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
could do that.
That's cool.
That'd work too.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Because you won't get some people playing it.
you could get creative with all these. I mean, they did that with well, they kind of did it with what was
That'd
that?
be cool.
Hell's Creek or
Yes, Hell's Corner, I think.
Hell's Corner? That's what it was. Hell's
Yeah.
Corner.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wouldn't mind that
you could
map.
buy that separately after it was in the journal, I believe, if
Yeah.
I remember right.
But now they have it, and now they have that in Rising Sun.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
then they folded it into Rising Sun.
Yeah,
Correct.
see?
Yeah.
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 So a similar concept. Yeah, I'm down with that. That'd be a good idea.
Okay, let's move on to other news. From We're Not Dead Yet. Winter Offensive 2027 is going to be January 28th through the 31st in Maryland, of course. They're planning on live streaming a table every round, like they did at the last WPC, with better equipment and mic'd players this time, which is good. I hope it is much clearer. I couldn't really follow what was going on, especially on the early games at WBC last year, whenever that was.
Mm-hmm.
Product
Are they going to
updates. Sorry, go
Are they
ahead,
going to have
Steve.
a stagnant camera? Like the overhead shit is like watching Vassal that you can't click and open stuff. I mean, I'm thinking like, not that this will happen, but an overhead cam just for like a general overview for the people that need to see the whole map, which is probably all of us. They like to see the whole map, and then you have like
Player
uh,
cams.
like a player cam where like if I'm moving my SS units across the road, you're kind of getting a closer like a 125, 150 zoom in like on Vassal in the vicinity, so you can see the action, what's firing on them and shit like that, and how well they cut the corners or how well they don't, shit like that.
Well,
Yeah.
they need a
So
nice.
you have to have a body. You'd have to have a body there, and I think that would be pretty cool.
Well,
I
you
think
have
that
to
would be
spend
pretty
some
cool.
money, so you'd have to have a nice OBS setup with multiple camera inputs, right?
Correct.
And someone there,
Correct.
like a producer, switching views,
Yeah.
right?
Correct.
Mhm.
Right.
Or you could spend a lot of money, have an overhead rig, spend a lot of money on a camera with a gimbal with zoom,
Yes.
but you
Yes.
still have to have someone there operating it and
Correct.
zooming
Yeah,
in
the
on the
body's got to
detail
be
or
there.
zooming out or whatever, right? So
Yep.
it's doable. It's just whether they want to
Oh, I
spend
like
the
Right.
manpower and
the
money to do it.
GoPro on each player, so you can watch them cut
Yeah.
back and forth.
Yeah.
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 That'd be interesting. I wonder if they have any, because that's always the big thing. I watch a couple of board game championship stuff like that, and you just can't see any detail on the thing, and it's tough to do. I mean, those are card games where the cards are much larger, and here we can't even identify the units, and so I think to keep people engaged. I think you need like a close up action cam, and like I said, when it's not when it's that's not going on, and it's like the rally phase, who really gives a crap? Zoom out so
Yeah.
you can see where they're clipping over units, and then boom, when the fiery comes along, fiery and the movement. You don't need it. You don't need it be in the advanced phase. You don't need it, just the fire and movement, and the movement and the kind of defensive fire. So the meat of the game is the only time you would need it. So,
Depends on the scenario size too.
oh, correct,
So,
correct.
like a two board map layout, you're gonna have to zoom out, and you're gonna lose detail. If it's a half board, you can zoom way in, and you can see everything most of the time. So it depends
Yep.
on that as well.
That's
We'll
true.
see
That's
how
true.
it turns out, but it can't be any worse than the beginning first couple sessions of WBC that was streamed a year or two ago.
That's the wood that I'm knocking on.
Journal 17 anticipated to be released at WBC, and there's no date
Jesus,
here.
17?
Whenever that is. I think we talked about this maybe in the previous show. Let's see, featuring articles on Twilight of the Reich and general ASL tactical advice. Core module reprints. Scott, go.
What?
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
Oh, I think the WBC. I kept getting it confused with the Winter Offensive, but the WBC I think is
Yeah, it's separate.
in July or August. It's this
Okay.
summer because they're
It's
talking
summer.
about Brian. Brian would be recovering from his
Okay.
Oh, right. Right.
surgery during when it was going on, so it's like
So
July or August probably,
Journal
or
17
August.
this summer.
Yeah.
18 probably for Winter Offensive, I'm guessing. Something
Damn.
like that. Core module reprints. Oh yeah, they're talking about removing the rulebook pages from core module reprints
Oh,
and,
right.
and
Yep.
keeping just the chapter H part. And they've wanted
Right.
feedback in comments, and you can comment here too as well, or go over to their video and comment on if you think that's a good idea. It would reduce costs, and I'm all for it because I just leave the rule pages in the box because
Yep.
I don't use my
Yep.
I don't use my 3-ring rule book. I don't really care.
Yep.
Yeah, leave them out if it's going to be cheaper.
Yep.
Or
Yep.
or put them
E-rule
as
book.
PDFs like they talked about. Put them as PDFs on the website.
Yep. Exactly.
Boom.
Yep.
Be done with it.
That should be a no-brainer. It should be a no-brainer.
Kharkov and Flame. They were talking about the logistics of releasing Kharkov in time for ASL Oktoberfest. They're also seeking feedback on. They're talking about two versions now. Apparently, a box version and a folio version, which I guess would just be like a sleeved, I guess, version,
Bad game.
or
Yeah.
a maybe a folder type bag in a bag to speed up manufacturing. Uh, I'll give my preference. I posted over there as well. If it's gonna
Box.
be, yeah, if it's gonna be a in flame, Hatton in flame, Kharkov in flame. There's probably gonna be another one later. Put it in a Hatton size box. If it's gonna do that, if we're gonna, I'll wait. That's fine. I got plenty of ASL to
Well,
play.
yeah. The way I understood it, that was the original plan,
Mhm.
but then they want to release it at ASL because Rogers is going to be there, and they want to present him with his game.
Oh, they want to have a
But
little
Oh,
ceremony
right.
type thing.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no with if they do it in China, there's no way that could happen. There's too much lag
Oh,
time.
for boxes, yeah.
Yeah, for boxes and well, everything else too. I mean, so they were talking about just doing it, having it printed in the United States, and then even including the box.
Man,
So I don't
why?
know, but I don't know how. I mean, then the price is going to be
Right,
more, but it would be ready. Then they could have it ready for
right.
ASL. So
I
Right.
don't understand. We've talked about it before. Online or on show and off show. I don't understand the bottleneck and hang up of getting printing done in China. They've been talking about this for years and years, and it's we're still waiting on stuff.
Right.
I don't get it.
Right. What? No, I have a question. How do you guys have Hatton in Flames? Have you cracked your box open on that one?
Oh yeah,
How much is in that? What is in physically in that? What
I don't
2-inch
remember.
box or what happens?
it's
Is
not
there a
even two
shitload of
inch. It's
space?
probably
Inch and a half.
might be
Yeah,
upstairs.
it's
It's like
st-
the same Air
Starter
Glaze
kit.
box. Yeah, starter kit. Might
yeah.
be even smaller
Okay.
than starter kit.
Yeah, it looks like it's just it's smaller.
That's just
But
one map, right? One map, and
Hmm.
A sheet of counters? Is there a sheet of
Yeah.
counters in
Yeah,
there? Or-
there's
Okay.
a sheet or two.
What about this concept? Box it, but make it a Hatton in Flames / Harkoff in Flames, like a half and half image, like like a cutting it in half, and you have half. That way you can just put them in the same box when you store them. People will get rid of their boxes anyway. Maybe they won't. For those that will be throw them together anyway, instead of putting a. I mean, I'd hate to put another box on the shelf. I mean, a lot of guys, if they have all their ASL stuff, shelf space is really
2 counter
limited.
sheets.
Yeah, I mean, you can
Yeah,
just throw it in the Hat
so
and Flames box, and so make like a hybrid, like a custom edition or some bullshit like that. Because if you have a Hat and Flames, you're probably gonna buy Cargo Flames.
yeah, 2 counter sheets.
So
So one map, 2 counter sheets, rules, 8 scenarios, campaign game is in the rules, and a 2
yeah,
chapter divider. So it's not
yeah,
packed.
it's nothing, nothing.
It's
So the counters are gonna be gone. The
it's
counters are gone
suitable
because
for
they're short.
a
Yeah,
folio
Bag.
game or
Yeah.
whatever, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd still prefer a box if it's gonna be a In Flames by Andy Rogers type of theme thing.
Well,
But if it's a folio bag game, I'll still I'll pick it up. So
yeah, yeah. It seems interesting.
that's all the news I have. Whew. We're already
Nice.
25 minutes in. Time to spin the wheel.
Spin it.
Spin the wheel. Spinner. Let's get on with the show. Let me get the timer on the screen. Let me spin it. COWTRA. Scott, hit it. Hit it, Scott.
I don't get the question.
Spin. See who goes first. It's going to be yes.
I've gone first last 2 times. Somebody else needs.
Okay. Timer is ticking. COWTRA. Oh, let me get rid of the news ticker, which you guys can't see. Okay, go, Scott. COWTRA. Concentrate.
What is COWTRA?
You don't know what COWTRA is? Make something up.
There you go.
Cow trail, cow patty,
No.
cow.
Cow entrails.
Concentrate on what the rules allow.
Oh, yeah.
That's the rule book mantra.
Well, before you can concentrate on what the rules allow, you have to somehow comprehend what the rule means, which is the hard part for me.
Yes, that's.
So
But yeah,
comprehend on what the rules say.
Right. There's a lot of rules that if you're not careful, you read more into it or you don't. It's like I've even seen posts on like Facebook about reading things into the rules. It's like guys ask questions and it's like, well, what does the rule say, right? It doesn't say it doesn't say you can do that or can't do that. What does the rule say? You have to be. Sometimes you just got to take it, literally for what it says.
Yeah, the ASL rule book is probably the most literal rule book I've ever read, because I remember when we were playing BCS, and I was not a fan of the BCS rules because there was a lot to me that felt like there was a lot of ambiguity in some of this stuff, and I'd ask you questions like, can I do that, or can I do this? And sometimes you weren't quite sure if we could do this or that. But with ASL, if it's not there, and ASL has pretty much everything listed there, if it's not there, you can't do it. You can only do what it says. And it takes a while to get your mindset around that, to only be able to focus on what you can do, what it is allowed. Concentrate on what the rule book allows. And I don't know if I assume other rule books have the same sort of. You should have the same mindset when you read some
Mm,
other rule books. Maybe not, but ASL seems to be the king of that.
yeah. Well, it kind of has to be, right? I mean, otherwise it's just you're mired in shit. Like Scott said, I think he made a probably the most critical point is you got to know what you're reading to be able to know what's allowed. Um and there's so much reading into the rules. I mean, that's been constant from day one, right? I mean, even in games outside of ASL that are far
Mhm.
simpler. Um, well, it doesn't say I can't do this. That's the biggest thing is, well, if
Yeah.
that's the case, then, boom.
If you
And,
play ASL based on it doesn't say I can't do that. You know how many rabbit holes you open up? Like a
yeah, too many,
minefield.
too many. And, I think one of the other games that is, much easier to read through and comprehend and apply that even easier than, ASL is Combat Commander. If it says, you know, this, it means this and nothing else. And I see that a lot in the forums or the questions that guys pose. It's like, what can I do this? Well, the rules specifically say that this can't be, it's a lot of it has to do with some timing issues. And ASL is inundated with timing issues, right?
Yeah.
And I thought of a rule, not necessarily the other day, it's about a couple of weeks ago, I think. And with that same sort of thing, we're counting on what the rules allow. I won't say it, but we'll go to a different rule where you have like multiple support weapon usage and things like that. And can I use both this, that, and the other? It's like, you know, um, again, harkening back to Scott, whatever question you have about any particular rule you have, say like fire lane creation and subsequent fire the whole 9 yards, go back to that rule and peel it apart. Again, this is pregame, not during the game, pregame, because these are concepts that you'll need to understand. Clarifications to what you're talking about should be looked up. Concepts to learn should be done beforehand, and to alleviate that. And that's where most of this COWTRA should be applied is pregame understanding. And because you should be doing that anyway, right? Like I just did that the other day. I've got a game going, and it's got freaking winter camouflage, deep snow, extreme winter. Russians, die if they roll higher than a 6 on morale check, that sort of thing.
Is it
You
Finns
know,
versus Russians?
yeah,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
it's gonna be you
Sounds like
look
it.
like you're looking good, but you're gonna get slaughtered. But you have to apply those rules on your troops or on the enemy's troops to know what the effects will be, so you don't get caught doing something silly or whatever, or run into an argument. But that's just my short take on that.
So how does question for both of you? I like to ask questions. How does COWTRA function with the starter kit rulebook,
Mm.
which is how many pages? 30 pages versus hundreds?
Yeah.
That's
Um,
yeah.
yeah. I just had one the other day. A guy asked a question
There are more
in one of my.
holes, but does it still apply?
I would say yeah, but the problem is you have holes like random selection. The
Doesn't
guy was
exist.
saying, yeah, the guy said, well, the rules say you select a unit by random selection. Well, if you roll the same, it doesn't really say re-roll, so
Doesn't say
people just
anything.
apply. Right, exactly. And so you can't, you just gotta either I do the ASL way or the starter kit way, and the starter kit way has been clarified. I'm not sure if it's in the rule book yet, but clarified to be one unit. And I think that's kind of what I reiterated to the individual, saying that, it says random selection chooses a unit to have the effect upon. And so
Is
if
that the
you,
wording?
I think so. I think so. Otherwise, because
Yeah.
random selection selects a unit,
If it
right?
says
Otherwise,
a unit, then
right.
no
And so that
ties, I
would that
guess.
that would be that would be kind of running into a kin. That's the combat commander method where it says a unit means a unit, single
A
unit, no
single unit.
matter whatever happens. And so I check the starter kit rules here, but yeah, there's some there's some tough spots in the SK rules when you start digging deep, right? When you start having some people really analyze it and checking it out. I remember many conversations with Mark Dennehy and a lot of the other guys like Craig Rainier and such. We would be getting into some discussions. Concealment was one of them, and you
Oh,
you
yeah.
you just kind of like
Concealment and
you just kind
starter
of put
kit
your hands
is
up,
really simplified and a little. I mean, it's even a little nebulous in full ASL,
right?
right? You say,
Right.
I've done some things with a concealed unit, and I'll ask Scott, do I lose concealment
Yeah.
for this thing? And you go look at the concealment table, and it lists some things, and then it'll have something generic like and all other actions, right,
Yeah.
or something like that. Like,
Right.
what the hell
Right.
is that? What did I fart too loud? Or am I like
Oh
concealed?
my god. Oh my god.
Yeah. So even in ASL, there are some. I mean, you concentrate on what the rules allow, but there are some places like concealment where I sometimes question if I lose concealment. So it's a lot of times it's obvious, but there are a few times where it's come up where I'm not sure if I lose concealment during. I mean, it is another action, I guess, or
Right.
any other action. But one other thing that just reminded me in Starter Kit is, and because there's been some discussion about it recently, gun duels.
Mm.
There's nothing about guns firing near simultaneous at each other during defensive fire. And I remember Scott and I were playing back a scenario back in the day, and it came up, and there's nothing in the rules on how to handle it. Nothing,
Right.
not even anything that says simultaneous, or even something really simple like lowest die roll modifier, right?
Mm.
If it's a tie, simultaneous, nothing. And we didn't. I don't know how we
Wow.
resolved it, but there's
I
nothing in
don't
the
remember
rules
either.
about it.
Yeah. So
So
here's the starter kit. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
So here's the starter kit and some of the things that are randomly determined. Close combat, fight on dice roll that equals a killed number. In casual reduction of one of the attacked units randomly determined. So one of the attacked
Okay,
units.
so no tie.
The next concept is shocked or stunned and rolls an original 12. The attacking unit suffers casualty reduction. Randomly determine which unit singular is affected. And then the other one is randomly determine which 447 singular suffers casualty reduction. So these are all singular. Randomly determine which MG malfunctions if using multiple MGs in a fire group.
Okay,
So
so what what
they're
if you
all
have
singular.
a stack of 3 units and you have to roll random selection, and there are two that are a tie. Do
Reroll
you completely re-roll all three, or do you just roll the two
the
that
tie.
tied?
Yeah.
I would presume you would
But the
roll the
rules
two
don't
that
say
tied.
that.
Correct.
No.
I don't.
That's a mechanic. That's a mechanic. You could re-roll them
Well,
all. I wouldn't care.
that's the problem with Starter Kit. I mean, it's been dumbed down so much, which is good on one hand, right, for
It's
learning
a
the game.
yeah.
But and so it creates issues with some of the rules, like we talked about here. But I've never had a problem with just because I come from full ASL, so I've never had a problem when there was a issue with the rules, just going to the full ASL rules.
You
I
mean
mean,
if there's a starter kit rule?
yeah, if
Yeah,
there's a starter
yeah.
problem with the start, yeah, just go to the full. But
That's
I know
backup.
some
Yeah.
guys, yeah, some guys, no, you can't do that. But
Well,
I mean, in my mind, it comes from full ASL,
right.
and it's just the way the rule book was written. But if there's an issue, they're the exact same rules basically.
Well,
Yeah,
some stuff's been left out. So
right.
yeah, I
But
remember
if
we've
you're
looked.
looking for an answer, you can usually find it in the full ASL
Yeah,
rulebook.
if you want clarity, and I'm fine with that because we've done that quite a bit when we play starter kit, and it's not in the
Yeah.
rule book. So we concentrate on what the full ASL rules allow. We dive a
Right.
little deeper, but we usually know where to look by that time as well.
Right.
It's pretty quick.
Yeah. It's probably easier to find in the ASL rulebook than the starter
Oh
kit.
yeah, Yeah,
Well,
find
yeah, a lot of times you can't find it. There's nothing in the starter kit
Yeah,
rules about it,
it's
or
it's
it's not well
difficult.
defined or something. Yeah.
assuming you
Yeah.
even know where to look, because it's not organized the same. So trying to find a particular rule in the starter kit rulebook can be a chore sometimes.
Yeah, the index has earned its weight in, gold in snake eye attacks. So
Oh, in
for
the
sure,
full rulebook?
in the full AS, the full rule
Yeah,
book, correct.
yeah.
I mean,
And
the index, that's the first thing I look at. I just go straight to the index first, and then go from there.
and the
I just
index
that's
didn't even
simple as that.
exist with the first edition, did it? It was added
Nope,
later, wasn't it?
it was added later. Yeah, I'm
That's
not sure who
insane to
worked
me.
on it, but
Someone, yeah,
it's. I mean, that is
give that guy a
that is
medal.
that is almost ASL. In my opinion, if I were starting ASL, it would be unplayable without the index. You just you can't do it because you're going into you're going into a community where you come after the ship has sailed, right? I mean, you've got all the different types of environments that you're in, PTO, desert, night, whatever. Everything has been laid out before you get there, and you can literally start anywhere versus, pretty much Beyond Valor was city fights, maybe a couple things in the forests. That's it. And you're not going to have freaking elevated roads and shit like that. So it it's difficult. So you need to be able to search and find what you're looking for,
How did
and it minimizes the frustration factor as well.
how did we manage playing with first edition rulebook and no PDF? Because now with the index and a fully searchable PDF, if I'm looking for a particular type of rule in a particular section, like if I'm looking for what happens when I pin, um, or does pinning apply on shallow reef, right? Which I know the answer to, but if I'm searching for that, I can specifically search for the word pin
Right.
in the shallow reef part G, chapter G, and it'll highlight where all the words are, and I can just scroll and find it that quick. How did we deal with that back in the 90s?
What do you think,
Jeez.
Scott? What do you think, Scott? And then I got a kind of like an offshoot comment to that. But go ahead.
We just got the rule wrong, is what happened.
Yeah, or
Oh my
couldn't
God.
find it and went, oh well.
Oh my God.
Uh,
So here's I hadn't even thought about it since you asked that. Obviously, you're going to be reading the rules because you're interested in the game. You're excited about the game. Mostly the infantry section is what you want to read, and you still just need to read it. I mean, it's just there's so much in there.
I need to
But
reread it.
what I let me think of this before I forget it is since you did not have an index, what that taught you or should have taught you is to boil down the question that you're asking. Just like you said, are you pinned on a reef? Right. So, if you didn't have an index, the two sections I would look at are pinning and then the terrain itself, reef, because you probably won't have the answer in the pin. It will probably be strictly from the reef section. So I would look at both.
Yeah,
I'd say, hey, Neal, you look at the reef, I'll look at the pin, because sometimes it will mention one and not the other. And there's a number of times that will come up in questions. And even with the index, um, it's sometimes I'll have 12 references. Which one am I going to look at first? So boil the question down to one or sections that you're going to look at initially, and then of course read through that section, which again get your nose in the rule book, reading on a concept or topic that you are unfamiliar or less confident with, and that allows you to read a very small portion of the rule book to and then clarifying a one specific. It's like cheating on a test, right? Where's that? Oh, how do you spell this, or how do you do this, or what's the conjugation of this Spanish verb or something like that, and but just open note. So you're looking for that one specific section of grammar that will give you the answer, and and it will burn into your mind. And then once that happens, then oh, okay, I know that, bypass is on about a third of the way through the rule book. It's on the top part above the picture of some guy. The bypass, to me, when I say bypass, I see the guy bypassing on board 2. the bypass examples. And so that's how I find it in the rule books. I'm looking for that picture.
Yeah.
And then you
The
find it
rules
that
you're
way.
exposed
So,
to a lot, you kind of find it in the rule book visually. It's like
correct.
I know it's below this example picture, and then you
Yep.
find it.
Yeah, until they reformat the rule book.
Right. Then you're
And
fucked. Then
shift
you're
everything.
fucked.
Yeah, just wait till advanced starter kit or whatever you call
Oh
it.
yeah, baby. Oh, it's gonna have an index, so we're
Super
good.
starter
We're good.
kit. We'll need to learn
It'll
it
be good.
again.
We're good.
I guess that's
So,
another. We just talked about concentrate on what the full ASL rules allow, and starter kit is kind of lacking in guidance on some things. I guess that's
Yep.
another reason we should get
Yep.
this in between version.
ASK baby.
So start
ASK.
working on it. Start working on it, Stu. Start
ASK.
writing.
It's coming the winter offensive. I'm not telling you which one, but it's coming out
Yeah.
the winter offensive.
2090.
2090. Oh my god. The 100-year anniversary of the war. Oh my god. That's coming up close. God damn, that's coming up quick. Holy shit.
What is coming up?
The 100-year anniversary of the war. Holy shit. I should have shut up about that.
2039, I guess.
13 years?
Yeah.
13 years.
Yeah.
Well, for the European war, for China, I mean, it's.
Oh
shit,
yeah. When most of us think World War II started September 39.
Right.
For the most part. COWTRA. What else can we add about COWTRA?
Let's see. What about yeah, it's like I think another thing with the COWTRA and what gets people out is applying a rule concept to a similar sort of like result test or things like that. Sort of like the big one is of course there's an example and it shows you in the rules where when you're going uphill, do I double the wall? Do I double the smoke? Do I double this? And
Oh,
Jesus
God.
Christ, that's like calculus.
We were just talking about that.
It's like you add the smoke, you double the smoke, but you don't double the hedge because it's 1 plus COT,
Oh,
and you're
God.
doubling and the COT, the smoke adds to the COT, and good Lord, guys, Jesus Christ, that's something they could have just made streamlined, but
okay.
because I'll still get that wrong. If I ever play
I
you
got
guys
it
out
wrong.
there, I'm getting it wrong. Period.
Because we were playing
That's
Tarawa
all
this weekend, and
Yeah.
it's soft sand in the hinterlands, and there's gullies in there, and we were wondering, okay, the Japanese have to expend extra half movement factor per soft sand hex. So getting out of
plus cost of train
right
1/2 MF plus cost of train.
So is getting out of a gully, do you double the half as part of doubling coming out of a gully? So then we looked up the smoke example. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought you doubled the cost of terrain and then you added the smoke, but the example said you double the smoke too.
Right, because the smoke.
And my brain melted because I always thought you just add +1 for the smoke.
I think the smoke is the unique factor there, and it'll also smoke does weird shit. Does same thing with snipers too, right? In target selection. In my opinion, I would treat it as a terrain feature. Is it like a wall or because smoke's inherent, the whole hex. I think that's the key issue is inherent stuff. You got to treat differently, and as long as if it's not inherent, you're going to have a smaller impact on what you're trying to do. If it is inherent, you're paying the piper, right? And it's really weird. Orchards, the difficulty I have between Combat Commander and ASL is Combat Commander, you have to hit the tree. ASL, you just got to hit the hex. And that is a world of difference between the two.
Oh,
so,
the orchard have an outline in Combat Commander?
yeah,
I don't
got
remember.
it's like dots. It's got like 9 or 15 or 22 dots on there.
But
It's hard not to hit it.
You have to hit a dot?
You have to hit the tree. You got to hit the tree to get the pender. So,
Okay.
but anyway, If you're skirting it barely, you're not going to get it, which makes sense. But if you're shooting through it, you're gonna hit it. But yeah. So that's where those concepts where you would full understanding of inherent. I don't think anybody has this, like full understanding of the differences and subtleties of inherent terrain and things like that on how it applies to movement and the whole 9 yards. I mean, you can go on and on about it, but it's very key. The first when you guys are reading your rules, the A point, the B point, the C point, right,
Oh
right in the
yeah, yeah.
beginning, that understanding that section of each of the rule books rule sections rather will clarify most of your questions you will have coming out of that rule book. And
I don't know about that, but there is some stuff hidden in there.
there's
But
a lot of
yeah,
stuff, the really key stuff that's hidden in that big part. Especially chapter G is where I learned that the hard way. It's like, oh shit, that's where you really got to focus on it. The other ones, it's kind of common sense, good orders, definition of good order. That's like
right.
A.4 or something crap like that, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, it's also in the
Um,
index, which is nice.
yeah, I
Under good
reference
order,
that
it'll
all the
say
time.
what it is.
Yeah, it's huge.
I can't believe you brought up that example. That's
That's
hilarious.
funny.
Because we
That's
were
funny.
we just
It's
read
a
it on
it's a
Saturday or
tough one.
Sunday whenever we played.
I see it every 6 months because starter kit guys don't really have elevation changes. And so I'm
Yeah.
not sure if that's even in the starter rules. That'd be interesting to look up now
Oh, the
on
smoke
how that's
part of it.
applied. Yeah, the smoke going uphill. I'll have to check that out and see. I'll actually see how it's applied while we're kind of dicking around.
Why?
But
Why is that? It seems like that's an exception,
kind of is.
right?
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to, when you change elevation, it's double cost of terrain.
Right.
But under the smoke section, I don't think it says anywhere in there that it counts as terrain or cost of terrain. In the example, it's included, right?
Yep.
You double the smoke, but you don't double the wall. I think in that same example where they're
Right.
talking about changing elevation.
Right. And I think again with the instance there is, well, the wall is technically not part of the hex, it's part of the hex side. So you could not
True,
hit the wall at all, not have to
true,
worry about it.
yeah.
Whereas the smoke, you're just gonna get hammered by the smoke. And so again, knowing those that again, I'm sure there's exceptions to that.
But
So
my brain go keys on the term cost of terrain.
yeah,
And my
exactly. Yeah,
brain
me
thinks, well,
too.
smoke isn't terrain, so
Right,
why would I double it? But you do double
right,
it.
right.
So
It would
there's some
be
stuff in ASL that is not intuitive that probably slips through your fingers a lot of the time. I don't know if it really would affect the game that much at the end of the day, but there's just a ton
right,
of stuff like that.
right.
Only
Yeah,
do what the rules allow, but you have, like Scott said, you have to know what the rules are first to remember
yeah.
them.
Exactly, exactly. So yeah, it's very, very seldom. And moving's tricky a lot anytime. So it's easy to get kind of caught up in that. And you know, it's pretty much going to be like additional movement factors. I think it's going to call it. The only difference would be maybe is the a movement factor. If you're going uphill into terrain, you're gonna like in the advanced phase, you're CXing regardless because
Duh.
almost every single terrain feature is even if it's grain, you're gonna be
Yeah.
3+1 instead of the double. So you're gonna be CX anyway.
You mean with
So it's
smoke or just in general?
right with smoke. So almost only open ground will make a difference. And then even if you're advancing,
Yeah.
you're not unless it's like snow, snow again, the snow adds another uh, a monkey wrench into this sort of thing. So because it
It's,
adds the cost. Is it a bonus on top? I think it's just an additional penalty, sort of like a wall. I think you count the snow sort of like a wall because you don't really do it when you are not going uphill. So, um, but I'd have to look it up. I'd have to look that one up. So,
well, most of the time when you advance up a hill, unless it's open ground, chances are you're going to get CX, or maybe you can't do it unless you have a leader with you.
all right. Oh, true that. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's another rule: advanced versus difficult terrain. That I think I played wrong for most of my ASL career.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
And I think in a show in our past, I mentioned it's not one of my favorite rules. Advanced versus difficult terrain. I'm not a fan,
Yeah.
especially on these terrain heavy boards. It's just, God, it's so hard to move around.
Those are nightmares. Like that one board, the new board with the
Oh, triple crest lines. And...
with the crag orchards. You know,
Oh,
that
yeah.
That's a
one,
different
that
debate.
one, that was a beast. That was a freaking beast. Oh my
Crag
gosh.
orchards. Is it crag or is it orchard?
It's
No,
a petrified forest. It's a
I,
petrified forest.
I,
Crag church.
I give those boards a hard
Oh my
time,
god.
but those are John Mark designs, and I
That's
really
all.
like.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know. I keep saying this. The historical boards look fantastic. I don't want the
Yeah.
geo boards to look like that. Just keep them
I'm
like
with you.
they were. But yeah, I'm not bagging on John Mark's work. I'm bagging on the choice to use that artwork on geo boards. That's all.
Right.
Okay, I'll shut up now. I won't
That's
say
okay.
anything about it again till next video.
Yeah, don't sprain your ankle getting down off your soapbox there.
Oh shit. There goes Neal.
No
He
one,
drops his vodka. He
no one
drops his gin and
gives,
tonic.
no one gives a shit what I think anyway.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Uh,
we're getting off in the weeds,
that's okay.
which is okay. We have uno minute left,
Weeds cost 1.5
so
moon factors. So
off in the brush.
on the brushes too. It depends on what you classify it as. Oh my gosh.
Read it, learn it, live it.
Right.
Okay, Jeff Spicoli.
All I need is some tasty waves, cool buzz, and a wine.
That was a close Jeff Spicoli quote. Close enough. I think that's what you were going for, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know my Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Why?
Best movie ever.
Well, yeah. It was
Okay.
the movie that Amy and I went on our first date. We went to
Oh,
Fast Times at
wow.
Ridgemont High.
Oh, hello. All right, question. True question. How many guys were in the van? In the VW van?
3.
3 guys. Okay. All
I
right. I
can
don't know. I have no
I
clue.
can
I'm
I
just.
think I can name the actors.
Oh shit.
Oh, no.
Oh shit.
2 of them.
Goose.
Oh
Wait.
yeah.
So
Yeah, Goose.
you're
What's his
telling
name?
me that you paid more attention to the movie than this hot chick that you went on this date with?
No, I've just seen the movie so many times.
Good
No.
escape, Neal. Good escape.
It's got
Which
Sean
one is
Sean
it? Is your brother
Penn.
gonna is your brother gonna shit? Is your brother gonna kill us?
He's gonna shit.
First he's gonna shit, then he's gonna kill us.
Exactly.
Yeah, it has Anthony Edwards comes out, Sean Penn, and the guy from
The Godfather.
The Godfather. No, he was in. He was supposed to play Marty McFly on Back to the Future.
Oh yeah.
What was his name?
No
Ugh.
clue.
And he was in
No
The
clue.
Fly 2 from the 1980s.
Yeah.
I can picture him. I don't know.
No
He's
clue.
got red
Yeah,
hair and freckles. I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
I used to be a big movie buff back in the day. I remember all this shit for some reason. Time's up on COWTRA and Fast Times at Ridgemont High, apparently.
Dude, listen.
What do you guys got going on this weekend?
4th of July.
Oh,
4th of July.
shit, that's right. Yeah, fireworks.
Stoltz.
Yes, that's
Eric
his name.
Stoltz.
Eric Stoltz, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the
Very
3.
cool name.
You can't stump me, Stu.
There you go. Sorry. Okay, that's gonna be the name of my next German leader if I ever play the Germans again. Next. It's Stoltz.
Yeah.
Stoltz.
Stoltz.
Okay, let's wrap up COWTRA. COWTRA, what can you say about it? Just got to play within the framework of the rules, but there are so many goddamn rules to
Yeah.
wrap your head around. Yeah. Sometimes you hit that wall. I hit the wall. I hit the rule wall every time we play Tarawa.
Oh god. Yeah.
Not always. I mean, not every time I do play Tarawa, but when I play ASL, that doesn't always happen. It's usually pretty mundane stuff you have to double check, but Tarawa, my god. At some point, it's got
Are you serious?
wants to do
Are you
something.
serious?
Yeah, Scott wants to do something, and we're looking stuff up. We can't quite nail it down because there's so many circular references. I just say I don't care. Just
Ooh.
do it.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
just move
Like
there or
the
whatever.
connected trenches and bunkers thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and houses and
Uh,
yeah, the trenches and the houses and the bunkers and locations and we were looking at one point. I'm like, yeah, just move there. I'm not just go hit the rule wall. Yeah.
Mm.
You guys have
Mm.
anything in closing?
Read
about-
it, learn it,
yeah.
live it.
Okay, Jeff. Jeff, all right.
The other COWTRA one that you'll definitely run across, K/4
Oof.
multi-band counters. It will specify MMCs, right? The MMCs taking the morale
Oh, the
check.
morale check, the following morale check.
The MMCs will take the subsequent morale check if it is casually reduced. Single man counter is not
Does it say?
MMC.
I'll check that. It says MMC.
It says MMC.
I need
so
to read chapter
SMC
A
just
again.
get
Fuck.
at SMC. You just roll that 5 or 6, so you don't have to worry about taking the morale check. And then
Just roll that
messing with the
5 or
rule.
6.
Just roll the 5 or 6.
It's cake.
That's an easy way. Like the vassal dice battle might show you how to look up the rule. So, but yeah, that's a perfect example that you will always come across is that one there. That's definitely a COWTRA.
And I think once in a while we've done it. Not lately. I think we would have single man counters take the morale check as well.
Yep.
But I've seen
always
some
did.
discussion about it, and I don't think we do that anymore because we check. But I do need to read chapter A. I mean, an
right.
actual read through, not just looking up sections and reading it, you know?
Right.
It's
right.
been years since I've actually read it. Okay,
Very cool.
Scott, take us out. Adios. Have a good 4th of July. Stu, Scott, and viewers. We'll see you next week. Thanks.
Awesome.
Black sky split by the flare-lit rain. Lines bite tight as we count the lanes. Chalk by chalk we slide to the door. Wind like a drum as it shakes the floor. Steel birds carve through a moon-torn night. Maps in our heads and daisies inside. St. Marguerite's burning far away. Hearts locked in as the jump masters say. Pull for the cord, trust every drill. Drop in a dock where the hedgerows kill. Brothers in silk, we won't delay. When the D-light hits, we make our play. All American, all the way. Boots meet soil before the day. Scattered but ready, we won't sway. All American, all the way. Raise that guide on in the fray. Bring the roadblocks all the way. Canopies bloom with the tracer scars. Cut from the riser, we land by stars. Clickers whisper to find our line. Rally on signs where the orchards twine. Bridges to seas and the causeways too. Signal the path for the armor through. Whistles and hands in a side. lives we promise to guard. Hold till we leave, no matter what comes. Steady, steady hearts like drums. We won't give way, all American, all the way. All the way. Boots meet soil before the day. Scattered but ready, we won't sway. Won't sway. All American, all the way. All the way. Raise that guide on in the fray. In the fray. Bring the roadblocks, hold the way. All the way. Parachutes down in the hedgerow haze. We stand through the breaking blaze. Signal the beach from the inland clay. Airborne leads and the dawn gives way.
If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like what you saw, thanks for watching, and let me know how I can do better. See you in the next video.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.